So today I'm skimming this one wall. The decorators have tried to get paint in it, but it's not taking, it's just peeling off. So I'm going to give it a coat of PVA. I'm going to see how the paint reacts to the PVA, and then we'll take it from there. So this PVA I'm using has been diluted down to about probably 3 to 1, 3 parts water, 1 part PVA. I put a bit of SBR in it as well. As suspected, the paint has reacted to the PVA, so I'm going to have to scrape that paint off before, and I'll give it another quick coat of PVA in these areas where the paint has come loose. So just where the paint's been scraped off, I'm just going to give it another light dusting of PVA just to make sure I've got a bit of tackiness there. So what I need for this job, yellow mixing bucket with a bit of water in, that's going to use for my plaster. That's a cleaning bucket that mixes in. We'll start mixing and using multi-finish for this wall. Bag of multi-finish, tear the top off. That's how you open a bag of plaster, and get rid of that bit as well, and you pour from that front end. Don't need a lot of water for this one, so I'm taking a little bit more out. Always add plaster to water, not the other way around. Pour the plaster in so it just raises above the water line, and then give it a mix. I'm looking for a creamy consistency, so I just keep adding plaster to water until I get that desired consistency. Once you've got the desired consistency, give the outside of your bucket a quick scrape around to release any dry bits of plaster, and then give it another mix. So on with the first coat. I always start at the top, left hand side. I'm a right-handed plasterer. So top first, and then I'll move my platform out of the way and get the bottom in afterwards. So I'll try and get a long spread of plastering first, then I'll cut in from my edges. So I'm putting the plaster on the top part of my trowel from the ceiling and pulling down from the ceiling, and then giving it a quick tidy up just by pulling my trowel across. My main plastering stroke on a larger surface, I split the wall in two, start from the middle of the wall and push up with my strokes, take out the overlap. Always do a big overlap and then lightly take out the overlap line. We're looking for about 2mm first coat. So again, big stroke up, overlap, flick your trowel to one side so you don't hit the ceiling, and then same again, take off. And the bit that you take off you're going to use for the top and pull down from the ceiling into the spread. Now the light source coming from this wall is on the right hand side, so I like to take my vertical strokes out by pulling sidewards, which is what I'm doing there. That way I can stay in front of my wall. It looks better if I don't leave those vertical lines in. If you look at the angle of my trowel when I'm hitting that skirting board, it is completely flat and open. That's because I don't want to get plaster all over my skirting board. So it's down and open with my trowel. Then I'm going to use my skirting board as a little guide, rest my trowel on the skirting board and then push up and start my spread. So my routine is starting from the top left hand side because I'm right handed, and my finishing point is the exact opposite, which is bottom right hand side. So that's first coat on. I'm giving it a nice light delicate trowel up, and then I'll leave it to go off before I put a second coat on. Taking a closer look, you know, it's far from perfect. So you've got these lines and high spots, which is completely normal for first coat. Keeping my tools a quick clean down. Cleanliness when you're plastering is very important. You should never leave your trowel or any of your tools with plaster on. Now I've made the decision just to trowel up with my flexi trowel straight away. This is only a small wall, and I've got the first coat on very consistent. It's between 2 and 3 millimeters, that first coat. So rather than putting a second coat on, I'm going to get a lot of stick for this probably off the plasterers if plasterers watch this, because a lot of plasterers believe that you should always two coat. Now if I were doing a big area, I would be religiously two coating, but because it's a small wall, I can stay in front of it, I can trowel it early, lightly, so I'm not actually taking anything back off, and I'm basically moving that first coat around so that I'm improving it and reducing the size of the lines. So after one trowel up, it's looking quite good. It's still very wet, that wall, but as you can see, there's not a lot of work that needs to be done to it now, so I'm just going to let it firm up, and I will trowel it once, I'll trowel it again with my flexi trowel. So I left it about 10 minutes and it's firming up now. I can touch it, it's not sticky at all, so I'm going to get in my brush and I'm going to ground everything. Brush and trowel, brush and trowel. Putting a bit more pressure on now as well because the plaster is starting to firm up. While I'm troweling, I'm always looking for things that might need attention. So I have seen something at the left hand side of that video, if you can look at that, there's a little bubble. So that is probably an area where the paint, there it is, where the paint has bubbled and it's not connected properly. So it's reacted, so I'm going to pull that out and trowel straight back over it, applying a bit of fat. There we go. So after the second trowel up, it's looking a lot better now. I'm going to leave that to firm up fully, and then I can come back and give it a dry trowel. This is the final stage, nice dry trowel, firm pressure. A lot of people call this polishing because it does create a bit of a shine to it. So if you got anything out of this video, give it a thumbs up and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching, guys.